Hello my friends, in this video I'm going to compare the JBL Flip 6 to the Amazon Choice Bola Buddy. Now the price difference between these two speakers is very significant. That's why I wanted to do this test. Is it really worth it to buy the JBL over the Bola Buddy? And that's what I want to talk about. I bought both of them so that you don't have to, and when you make your choice, you don't have to wonder if you should have bought the other one. Okay, so a couple of things I did to test these. First, I did an unboxing, and JBL is a fun unboxing experience. So if you're really into that kind of thing and you feel good about buying something that is a fun experience to open, JBL would be your choice. However, then I did a sound test and I polled a couple of people blindfolded and turned each speaker on and played it for them. And not everybody was able to pick the JBL out of the Bola Buddy, which tells me for the price difference, the Bola Buddy is actually a great choice if you're not too picky about your sound quality. It still has great sound quality. The JBL just has maybe a little bit of an edge on it. Now, battery life. Let's talk about battery life for a second. I did another test where I connected each one of them individually over 2 weekends to my computer. I turned them on and I left them running and I checked in on them every hour. This was a really challenging test to do because they lasted longer than 16 hours, so I needed to go to bed. I wasn't gonna stay up for that test. When I woke up, both of them were still running. So the Bola Buddy ran for about 27 hours straight. The JBL ran for about 25 hours straight. The best I could do in my test. It wasn't exactly scientific, but both have really killer batteries. So I also connected each of them to my phone. I connected each of them to my computer. I connected them to as many devices, iPad, as I possibly could to see how they behave, how easy they are to sync, all of that sort of stuff. And they're pretty comparable in all of the functionality that's available for each speaker. Now, one thing that's cool about the Bola Buddy is that you do have these LEDs on the end of the speaker. It's kind of a mood setter, especially if you get the lights low and you're listening to some music, drinking some wine, whatever. That's pretty fun, and you can make it solid in a single color. So that's a fun feature. You could also turn it off if it's annoying you. I think that's a cool additional feature. It all has they both have the standard controls: volume, play, pause. Now this one has a repeat button on it, so if you find yourself often wanting to repeat songs, then you have that feature. That's not really my use case, but here's the thing. If you want to save some money and you're okay without the best sound possible, the Bola Buddy is absolutely the speaker to go with. It's a fraction of the price, it gets the job done, and if you really wanted to, you could buy almost 3 or 4 of the Bola Buddy for the price of the JBL, and you can actually connect these. You can chain them together, and so you can create a surround sound system with your speakers. So that's really cool too. Finally, I'll talk about charging time. Each of them are pretty comparable in time it takes to charge. As far as I can tell, I monitored each of them. The Bola Buddy took about 2 hours to charge in full. Same with the JBL. JBL was just a little bit longer. I think it was about an hour longer, maybe 3 hours. So they've both been really good speakers. This one's become a staple. That's the other thing, is I take this one everywhere with me, especially like to the lake or camping or to the soccer game or whatever, because if I lose it or it gets broken, I'm not as worried. It's pretty easy to replace with the price point. This one, I'm like, don't lose this. Don't do anything. We do not want to lose it. It's expensive. So that's my review. It's really up to you. I highly recommend this speaker. I think it's a great speaker for the money, but if you're a soundophile and you want the very best of the best, you go with the JBL. Now, I don't know about longevity. I've only owned each of them for about 3 months, so I can't speak to how long each one lasts. But then again, if this one lasts less, it can actually last a fraction of this one and still be worth it because of the price point. So I'll leave it up to you. This is my review for each speaker, and I hope it's helpful.